its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck. There's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So this game of our Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting One there on second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. He'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game? You're playing on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to DK. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Robinson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
Robinson again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st.
gain of a yard.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll look to throw here. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Lawrence from his end zone. He'll get this out to Tootin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Lawrence. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Titans first down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
You look at this Jaguar defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. And he is caught. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The gain of 19 and picking up the first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
First down, Titans.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll run with Robinson.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Now back to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Bijan Robinson.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Titans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Jaguars nothing.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And they keep leaning on the run game, back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bashal Tutin.
his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The kicker on for the
A
point
gutsy
after.
call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Titans 16, Jaguars 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, look at the juke.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Shoots by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Woods.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have you guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Robinson up the middle.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they'll go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And it'll be intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now Lawrence. He'll try to pick it up himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? From the gun, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second and 9 now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll complete this one. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play result. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Jaguars 14.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And he will not be able to hang on contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline and incomplete.
Intended for Chimere DK. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Bashal Tutin,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Titans 26, Jaguars 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Titans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.